All right, let's have a chat about what it's like to farm in this part of Australia. Maryan and Jock Hunter, they have done so for a long time. Lovely to see you both.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you very much for having us. Now, we know that drought was such a thing before COVID, and now we look like we're headed back into a dry spell. After so many years on the land, what keeps you there?
The love of it.
Yeah.
And the district. I think we've both been on the land all our life and been involved in agriculture, and it's just very rewarding, and we love our district.
Have you noticed that things have changed when there are times of drought or difficulty? I mean, things like we hear about in the cities, things like farm aid and these sorts of things that are around. Is there more of that when times are tough, or people have always helped each other?
Well, yeah, things get pretty tough when there's a year like we've had. Or we don't very often get 3 bad years. Well, we had 3 bad years from 17, 18 and 19. And people can handle a normal drought of a year or maybe 2, but 3 was getting a bit much. What do you mean by the government assistance?
Do you feel like there's more government assistance? Do you feel like there's more charity assistance, or not really?
No, not much.
They all come out for a photo and then bugger off.
Yeah, they do help. Well, we used to get help with freight, that sort of thing, stock freight, and fodder freight. But things don't change much.
What's it like trying to balance a budget when you're a farming?
Oh, no, you don't do that.
What's it like trying to say the losses are not as bad as they could be?
You don't do that.
You don't do that either, yeah.
No, not the accountant.
Well, what you do is if it's not coming out, you say, I think we'll do it on 5 years.
Yeah, we'll sit down to a 5-year plan, 12-year projections. Right, that's kind of how they run the federal government, but you're going to be much more better than that than Grim Jim and the rest of them here. But about also bringing up a family, we've heard about how that's different than the city. But also when you're trying to bring up a farming family, it doesn't matter where we go, it's always tough to keep the next generation involved. It seems like you're going to have another generation coming through. But how hard is that to convince them that, no, the tough life is the good life?
Well, we're lucky because we've got 3 children that are totally involved in agriculture still and farming. And I think that we really got to look after the family farm basics in Australia. Otherwise, it'll be a lot of corporate bodies. And it's very important to be able to have succession planning, to know that this is what it's going to be at the end, to give them that, ability to say, well, I think we'll stick at it.
But who's harder to let the reins go, you or Jock?
Oh, Jock.
Yeah. So you may well have a transition plan, but your plan is you're going to keep working as long as you physically can?
No.
Or you want to...
No.
There's a time you've got to walk away.
Oh, yeah,
Now, 2 years ago, 5 years ago.
Before this drought started.
Yeah.
No, it's easy. It's easy. We've got a house in town that we've got to move into, and we'll keep an eye on things. But basically, we've got a plan in place that they take it over next year.
So things like, again, doesn't matter whether it's Inverell or Moree Parks, anywhere we go. The big machinery that's available for sale, let alone when we go to things like Beef Week up in Rocky and you see the even bigger machines that are around. Technology, I mean, it's expensive to invest in, but are there types of things that used to break someone's back that now is a couple of buttons and it's all right?
Yeah, that makes it a whole lot easier. And if you can get it, and the harder thing is to get the employees that can handle those machines that are worth so much money. So, whereas we know that we handle a lot more country but with these machines, but you've got to have the expertise to be able to work them. So there's you put a chap on a smaller tractor with not so much electronics a few years ago, and he didn't have to be the AFA with it, and he'd do his 12-hour shift on that, but it's not quite like that now. It's a lot more technical.
What's it like working and living in this place? What are the people of Moree like in good times and bad?
Everyone helps each other, and it's a great community. We come from out of town near a small place, Boomai, and they're small communities, about 80 people. And I suggest that you better go into the artesian waters at either Moree or Boomai and have a swim and tackle that water, Paul.
As soon as I go in, it'll flush out, I promise you.
Yeah. So it is a great place to live, and there's a lot going on, and I think it's great. These regional areas need to be looked after a lot, the services, like childcare, because there's a lot of people out there on farms of partners or wives that want to get back into the workforce, which we're short of nurses and teachers, but childcare is one of our major issues in the town.
It is so bizarre, isn't it? I mean, it's like we know that COVID, you know, people got paid more to do less, but it's not like this and then 4 million people left the country. It was only a couple 100,000, but it feels like, and we were talking to, you know, cafe owners in the main drag, all the rest of it, saying that it is very difficult to get people to front up.
Absolutely. Yes, so we've got a huge medical problem in Moree, as you've probably heard, and I think childcare is probably and employment.
Yeah, good
probably our three main problems in Moree.
Thank you for what you do for the district, for your family, and thank you for being with us tonight. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming and enjoying it.
Good on you. Thank you very much, the Hunter family. God love you. Thank you.